Hi, I'm Wendy Wellington, and I'm here with Huckleberry Fence. Hello, Huck.
Hey.
So tell me, where did your journey begin?
Well, my father was a drunk, so Miss Watson and Widow Douglas, they took me in, and one day my drunken father came and demanded me all my money, but I wouldn't give it to him. So he basically kidnapped me, and he locked me in his cabin, and during the day for about 30 days, and he'd go out during the day and have me in chains until he got home, and he'd be all drunk. And when he got back, since he was so drunk, he'd just basically beat me, and yeah, it was pretty bad. So I got pretty sick of it, and I thought of a plan, and I faked my death so that he wouldn't suspect anything of it, and I escaped, and I ran to Jackson's Island, which is right in the middle of the Mississippi River. When I got there, I met up with Jim, which was one of my slaves, one of my owner's slaves, well, not my owner, but people I lived with slaves. And he was running away because he had overheard Miss Watson talking about selling him down the river to a plantation owner. And he didn't really want that, so.
So did you meet anyone in the course of your journey?
Well, we set off downriver and on our homemade raft. I first met a nice aristocratic family, and that was one night. It was a steamboat crashed into our raft.
How scary.
Yeah, and this family took me in, but they had this feud going with another family, and during one of the fights one day, Jim showed up with our newly repaired raft, and so we escaped, and then a few days later, we rescued two white men from robbers, and they called themselves the Duke and the Dauphin. These guys were real scams. They scammed me, and they scammed a whole bunch of people through the towns we went through, and they ended up selling Jim.
Well, what happened to Jim?
Well, I found out that he was sold to the aunt and uncle of my old friend Tom Sawyer, and so they were expecting a visit from him pretty soon, so I pretended to be Tom. But when I saw Tom, I told him of everything, and he decided to pretend he was Sid, his younger brother.
Very smart.
Yeah, so we made a plan, and the night of the escape to free Jim, Tom got shot in the leg, and so Jim gave up his freedom to save Tom, and we went back to the house, and then the next morning, Tom told Jim that he was actually free because Miss Watson had died, and in her will she wanted Jim to be free.
Oh my.
So then I thought it was the perfect time to tell them about me going west.
Oh, well, why did you decide to go west?
Well, I was really just sick of being civilized, and I didn't really like how people were telling me what to do, and I really like adventures, so I thought that going west was the best idea.
Well, that's quite a story. I'm glad it all worked out. Thank you for joining us to tell about your intriguing journey.
Of course.